You've been staring at this thing for 45 minutes, maybe longer. You stopped counting. The person sitting 3 feet from you could fix it in 5 minutes, and you know that. You've known that since minute 10. But instead of turning to them and saying 4 simple words, you open another browser tab. You rephrase the same search for the 6th time. You quietly negotiate with yourself. One more try? If I can't figure it out in 10 more minutes, I'll ask. You won't. You'll just move the deadline again. And by the time you finally solve it or give up or find some ugly workaround that barely holds together, you've spent more energy avoiding the ask than the problem ever required. And the worst part? Someone eventually notices. They walk over. Hey, do you need help with that? And something inside you physically resists. Your mouth says, no, I'm good, almost got it. Your brain says, you were never almost got it. But you'd rather sit there for another hour than let someone see you stuck. That's not stubbornness. That's something else entirely. And if you recognize yourself in this, you're carrying a very specific set of traits that most people would never connect to this behavior. 1. You read rooms before you read people. You notice things most people don't bother tracking. When someone offers help, but their energy shifts slightly. When generosity turns into obligation and the other person doesn't even realize it happened. You caught it. So before you ever consider asking, you've already run the full simulation. Will this annoy them? Are they saying yes because they want to, or because saying no would be awkward? Most people just ask and find out. You skip the asking and answer it yourself, in your head, usually with a no. Psychologists call this rejection sensitivity, the tendency to expect rejection so automatically that you start avoiding situations where it might happen. And what makes it tricky is that it doesn't feel like fear. It feels like awareness. You've watched people ask for too much. You've seen the quiet irritation that follows, the eye roll someone thinks they hid, the text to a third person that starts with, "You won't believe what she just asked me." And at some point you decided, without ever making a conscious decision, that you would rather struggle alone than become someone else's story about people who ask for too much. But here's what you probably haven't noticed. You don't just avoid asking. You've started performing not needing. You'll mention you're tired, but immediately say you're fine. You'll describe a problem and solve it in the same sentence so nobody has a chance to offer. 2. Competence became how you earn your place. This one's quieter and harder to see. For a lot of people who can't ask for help, being capable isn't just something they do. It's how they belong. You're the one people call when things go wrong. You show up with a solution before anyone finishes describing the problem. And that doesn't just feel satisfying. It feels safe. Because if you're useful, you're wanted. There's a concept in psychology called contingent self-worth. Your sense of being okay as a person is tied to a specific domain. For you, it might be competence, being the one who handles things. And the problem is, every time you can't handle something, it doesn't just feel like a setback. It feels like your value is slipping. Now flip it. If you ask for help, you become the person with the problem instead of the person with the answer. And that swap doesn't just feel uncomfortable. It feels like the ground moved. You remember those moments. Staying late, solving something nobody asked you to fix, the office quiet, the screen glowing. And when they came in the next morning and it just worked, nobody said anything. But you felt it. That silent confirmation that you were necessary. That small, automatic flinch when someone offers to help. It's not always pride. Sometimes it's the fear that needing something makes you less necessary. 3. You keep a ledger no one else can see. This is the uncomfortable one. You know exactly who did what for you and when. The favor from 4 months ago, filed. The time someone helped you move and you brought them dinner twice afterwards to settle the debt. That wasn't generosity. That was accounting. Relationship researchers call this an exchange orientation. In close relationships, people are supposed to give based on need, not based on keeping score. But if your brain is wired for exchange, every unreturned favor sits in your chest like an open tab. So you avoid creating debts altogether. And here's where it gets honest. This same internal system makes you quietly resentful when you help someone, and they don't track it the way you would. You drove someone to the airport at 5 a.m. on a Tuesday. They forgot about it by Thursday. You didn't forget. You won't forget. And you'll never say anything about it. But the next time they ask for something, there'll be a hesitation they'll never understand. You built an entire accounting system in your head. You're the only employee, and you're exhausted. But here's the part that really stings. The people closest to you, they don't keep score. They never did. And the fact that you do doesn't make you more fair. It makes you lonelier. 4. You feel their awkwardness before you feel your own need. This is fast because it's simple. When you imagine asking for help, you don't feel your own discomfort first. You feel theirs, the weight of them rearranging their afternoon, the possibility that they'll say yes when they mean no. So you skip all of it. Not because you're strong, because it's emotionally easier to carry something yourself than to sit inside someone else's reluctance. You've probably canceled asking for something mid-sentence, started typing a message, looked at it, and deleted it. Not because the request was unreasonable, because you imagined the person reading it, and the imagined inconvenience felt more real than your actual need. The strange part. When people ask you for help, you love it. You wish everyone would just say what they need, but applying that same permission to yourself feels like a different language entirely. That contradiction should tell you something. You already know asking doesn't burden people. You just believe it only when someone else is doing the asking. 5. Your self-image is built on not needing. This is the one underneath all the others. At some point, not asking for help stopped being something you do and became who you are. The person who handles things, who doesn't fall apart, doesn't call at 2 a.m. panicking, doesn't sit in someone's kitchen crying about something they can't fix anyway. And that identity feels stable. It feels earned. You know exactly who you are when you're the person who manages. But here's the thing no one tells you. When you never need anything from anyone, people stop offering. Not because they don't care, because you trained them. Every "I'm fine" taught them not to push. And eventually they stopped checking. Not out of cruelty. Out of respect for a boundary you never realized you were setting. You built a version of yourself that doesn't need anyone. And it worked. People believed it. They stepped back. And now you're standing in the middle of a life that looks exactly the way you designed it, wondering why it feels so quiet. Not realizing that you answered "I'm fine" so many times that people finally stopped asking. You had a hard week once, a really hard one, and nobody called, and you felt hurt by that. But if you're honest, the last 3 times someone did check in, you told them everything was fine. You made it easy for them to stop worrying. And here's what makes all of this hard to untangle. None of these traits are broken. That's the part that stings. Your awareness is real. Your competence is real. Your sensitivity to other people is real. These aren't flaws pretending to be strengths. They are strengths. But they also built something you didn't plan for, a life where no one knows how to reach you. Not because people aren't trying, because you got so good at not needing that you forgot to leave a door open. And by the time you realize you actually need something, you might not know how to say it out loud. Not because the words are hard, because you spent so long being the person who doesn't say them that the silence started to feel like who you are. It's not. But you already knew that. You just haven't decided what to do about it yet.